Okay, this video, I had to stop it in the middle of watching it, and it's only 3 minutes and 25 seconds. It came up on my feed, but I feel like it's important to share it, not only just through this link, but through my own video, because I'm not a YouTuber. So we're going to go back to the beginning.
On that cruise ship dealing with a deadly outbreak of the Hantavirus. So this morning it's heading to Spain where the passengers will be evacuated. The MV Hantavirus is carrying 147 passengers and crew. 17 of them are Americans. We are told none of them are showing signs of the disease. 3 people have already died since the outbreak, though. Another 6 cases of Hantavirus linked to passengers have been confirmed.
Okay, so this is regarding Hantavirus. Hantavirus. Okay.
2 other cases are suspected. The cruise ship that left Argentina on April 1st is expected to arrive in Spain's Canary Islands tomorrow. CBS's Remy Inocencio is in Tenerife, where locals, Remy, they're not ready to welcome the ship and its passengers, right?
Absolutely, Kelly, and good morning there. The CDC, by the way, says that the risk to the American public, stressing again, is still very low, with experts also saying that this is not a pandemic. Right here, this is...
Okay, let me pause it. Stressing that this is not a pandemic. I would like to stress that coronavirus wasn't a pandemic at first. When it emerges first, it's not called a pandemic when it first comes out. Okay, that's the first disturbing thing he said. Okay, so
stressing again is still very low, with experts also saying that this is not a pandemic. Right here, this is the port where that cruise ship will anchor. We've just learned also it's due to arrive just before or around sunrise tomorrow, 4 to 6 a.m. But as you said, many people here in the Canary Islands are gritting their teeth.
A familiar fear is gripping the Spanish island chain of the Canary Islands, one not felt since COVID swept the world.
I think this is a second pandemic.
It's no comfort for Daniel Dia, his father recovering from a kidney transplant.
right, and today is Saturday, May 9th, so they're expected to come in tomorrow.
My father, if my father gets the virus,
which is Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th.
As the Honda sails nearer and nearer, protests like this are popping up across the island. Residents here say they do not want any of those passengers on their land.
The crisis began here, the remote island of St. Helena, where 30 passengers, says parent company Oceanwide Expeditions, ended the cruise early after the death of a fellow traveler.
Okay, I want to stop it again right there. There were 30 passengers that abandoned the ship after one of their fellow members. So I'm thinking this was a group, like a travel group that was together. Out of this travel group, one of their travelers died, and then the rest of the group like, no, we getting ready to get off this ship. Huh? You just get off in the middle of your cruise, right? And you're flying the only flight that's available to South Africa. Let's move on. Like, that's crazy.
The remote island of St. Helena, where 30 passengers, says parent company Oceanwide Expeditions, ended the cruise early after the death of a fellow traveler. The only known commercial flight out once a week to Johannesburg, South Africa, connecting to nearly 100 destinations around the world. Now, at least 12 countries are racing to track down anyone who may have been in close contact with them.
Okay. I don't even have the right reaction for this.
Connecting like, nearly 100 destinations around the world. Now, at least 12 countries are racing to track down anyone who may have been in close contact with them.
So 12 countries are trying to locate these 30 people. You have whole countries, let's say United States is one of them, trying to track down where these people went, who they had contact with, what other modes of transportation they were on that they could have affected other people. How? And then by the time you do, if you even track down those people, by the time you track down those people, how many other people will already have come in contact with them? Like, and then those people coming in contact with other people. That is how it starts. Like, I wasn't on top of coronavirus when it first started. Like, I end up, started noticing the clues, but I didn't know, like, the same day that, okay, this is the possibility that this stuff is starting to spread. This Hantavirus, this popped up on my feed. I didn't go looking for it. It popped up on my feed. And from what I can see, even so far, and we're only 2 minutes and 11 seconds in out of 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Like, how will they find everybody? How?
Back here in the Canary Islands, the Hantavirus is expected to drop anchor just off this port on Sunday. Preparations well underway. When it arrives, the 17 American passengers will be the first to be evacuated, then flown more than 5,000 miles to Nebraska's National Quarantine Unit.
Now, they're taking the people off the ship and then gonna put them on a plane to fly 5,000 miles away instead of trying to quarantine them where they are. Okay, I understand they're Americans, so they want to, quarantine them in America. But doesn't this increase risk?
The 17 American passengers will be the first to be evacuated, then flown more than 5,000 miles to Nebraska's National Quarantine Unit for possibly up to 8 weeks of isolation and observation. Doctors there trying to calm fears.
They're asymptomatic, as far as we know. They have no, very specific, symptoms that would lead us to be concerned about them actually being infected with Hantavirus.
And on board the Hantavirus, YouTuber Qasim Ibn Hattuta sent CBS News an update. He said most people on board are reacting very calmly.
And he also told us no one has any symptoms, and he hopes it stays that way, as we all do. Again, we have to stress that hantavirus is considered much, much less transmissible to humans than COVID. And I asked one WHO official if this could be a pandemic-level threat, and she bluntly said, it's not. Adrian.
But would they say that it is if it was? Would they really say, honestly, if it was as bad as the coronavirus, would they tell us? No, they don't want people to panic. They sit up here and lie to us straight out just to try to minimize panic. Anyway, yeah, this is crazy. If you want to look it up yourself, again, this is from CBS News. Hantavirus cruise evacuation plan concerns Canary Island local. Okay, yeah. I really hope it's not anything. I do. I hope it's not anything. I don't know if we can survive another pandemic. Yeah, but I thought I need to let everybody know. And yeah, I'm not really a YouTuber, so You can like, you could subscribe, you could comment. I don't know if I'm going to get to the comments, but this is disturbing. This is really disturbing.